And now, Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup. We've been talking a lot about it. Let's see how King's College School Wimbledon, from the Tideway, nearest us, on the right of your picture, against Eton College.
Attention.
Second at the National Schools Regatta.
Yes, and they were second to Westminster, whom we mentioned a moment ago at the National Schools Regatta, by only a second. So Eton, their coach tells us they haven't had huge success this year, but coming second in the National Schools Regatta by only a second means that they're a very fast crew. They were fourth at the Schools Head. That's the crew in the Eton blue colours on the left of the screen, and the King's College Wimbledon, King's College School Wimbledon on the right. Not starting as well as Eton at this stage. The Cocks of Eton looking across at the Wimbledon crew, knowing that they've had a strong start and trying to consolidate even more the margin they've opened up in the early part of the race, so that they can perhaps save a bit of energy towards the finish.
I think you're right. They are quite close to those booms on the left, or the right of our picture, the left of the course as they make their way up. But Eton have started really, really strongly. There's already a length clear, and we're going to go live now. These are the start pictures, and we're expecting to see Eton in charge. It'll be a mighty effort if King's College School have come back. Remember, they used the boathouse that Cambridge University used for the boat race on the Tideway. But Eton, I mean, this is it. This is how seriously they take it. They were very disappointed to lose that regatta, which you talked about, John, and all the boys came back early in half-term to be put through their paces to see whether they'd actually got the crew quite right.
And they might be looking for revenge later in the week, but certainly they're looking to race later in the week by getting through Wednesday's preliminary races. They're coxed by a young Cox, only 17, but that's what you expect in the school races. But she's shown great skill in keeping them on course. You mentioned before, Jonathan, that they were close to the boys, but she wasn't perturbed by being close to the booms on the far side of the course, and she's kept to her station and been able to allow them to race with nothing to worry about except keeping their nose in front.
They're more than doing that, aren't they? Because that was a decisive move they put in. They started strongly, but that mid-race drive has put them in the perfect position to dominate this race and, as you say, conserve energy. Coached by Alex Henshelwood, the former GB lightweight rower, the man who did so much for the career of Stan Aludis, is now doing great things for Great Britain's rowing team, both the eights and now, of course, the men's four at the forthcoming Olympics. But this crew has done what was required. Whatever pep talks took place in half-term have paid off, because they can see exactly where they want KCS, and they are comfortably ahead, and they're heading majestically towards the finishing line. And as you say, this is time just to manage their energy levels, just to keep things in check. The engine is clearly in good order.
Yes, a well-coached crew, as you say, which you can see through their timing and their precision. Alex Henshelwood was coaching at Eton, then went to Australia to spend a couple of years coaching at the Melbourne University Boat Club, and had a very good reputation down there with quite a lot of success. And then I think Eton were very happy when they saw him come back to Great Britain and took him on, and I think we're going to see a lot from this crew later in the regatta.
This is going to be a keenly contested event. It always is. 32 entries, and if we've seen St Paul's already earlier today, and now Eton. Shrewsbury came through against Winchester, and Eton up towards the line. The last 10 strokes or so, they have done exactly as they would have wanted, their coach Alex Henshelwood would have wanted, and KCS have had no real response. Across the line, Eton have eased to victory with something to spare.
and tough for the King's College School Wimbledon to come up against Eton in the first race of the regatta. But a polished crew in pretty good company here against one of the stronger school crews, finishing the Wednesday race and in this elimination format, finishing their Henley Royal Regatta this year.
Confirmation then of the result.